it's their ability to speak, whether it's your ability to take notes, information down, to manage a treasury. You lead in producing some type of financial or economic development if you learn how to properly manage the bank accounts for your organization, coming up with ideas for fundraising. You become a leader in your field, in your area of expertise. And so it's extremely important for us to cultivate leaders in organizations which apply the theories and the actual observations that we make into the community. And after applying them, we observe to see if they are working effectively and how we can continue to improve and develop them. And what makes an organization? It's membership. It's so important to belong to a group of people who have a focus, who have a goal, and who know how to get there, who have devised a plan or a strategy. A lot of times, you know, we start after school clubs, programs, things like that with the pure kind of, you know, intent. We want to enrich and enhance our campuses, but they can devolve into something where they're only putting on types of, thank you very much, culture events or, you know, food festivals, things that aren't, you know, really a strategy or a plan to achieve some type of long-term goal. And so it's so important for us to realize that if we're going to be a part of something, we can't just be that random protester or activist who shows up to all the different events or rallies on campus, but when you ask them, well, who do you represent? What is your, you know, ideals? What are you trying to accomplish? They say, oh, I don't belong to any type of organization. And they may have strong opinions in many, like, important issues, but to me, immediately after someone says they don't belong to any type of organization, I cannot take them seriously as far as they may have the words and but the actions aren't there for me. And actions, as we all know, are what is important. They speak louder than anything that any of us could ever say in a profound manner or express in a literary work of art. Taking the action, doing the actual work in the streets to take the knowledge that you learn in these classrooms, in these libraries, because you have access to something the rest of our community does not. Taking that knowledge and bringing it back to the community, that's action. That is how we're going to improve the condition of all people involved in our communities, in our society as a whole. And so it's imperative that we as students, as people who are able to have the privilege to, you know, be able to touch, hold, and understand this knowledge, it's extremely important that we don't just become complacent in that fact, become complacent in the idea that, oh, you know, I'm a literary scholar, I've written these books and spoken on these subjects, but, you know, are you in your community? Are you spreading and enlightening all these ideas in a profound way that is actually going to create some type of real change? Or are you thinking of it on a much more individual level that, you know, now that I can express myself so well literarily or vocally that now I'm making money, you know what I mean? Is that the end goal? You know, for some of us it is. And, you know, I'm not here to knock any of our pursuits, but I'm here to ask you to aspire for more, to improve upon every aspect of our society. Will grant wealth to all of us, much more than any dollar amount could represent. And so that's why I believe organization is so important, and getting members involved, creating membership in organizations, membership where the member is actively engaged in what they're a part of, in what they're participating in. They have pride in what they're representing when they say, you know, I'm a member of Impedum, which is actually the organization that I'm a part of, which is the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement. And I'm proud to say I have a card in my wallet that I'll gladly show any of you that says I'm an Impedum member. And it's just me taking my stance and saying this is what I'm about. This is what I represent. And I'm a part of something much bigger than I will ever be. And so that's why I've learned that organization is critical. If we're going to talk about leadership, if we're going to talk about cultivating leaders, our first step is to create strong organization that's structured, that has goals, that wants to apply what we're learning. And so I have a lot I want to cover in a little amount of time. So I'm going to move on to you know, the importance not only of members being involved in their organization, but understanding it as well as owning it, holding it accountable. If you see your organization slipping up, or if you were told one thing coming into Grossmont College, that their mission statement, and I quote, is Grossmont College is committed to providing an exceptional learning environment that enables diverse individuals to pursue their hopes, dreams, and full potential, and to developing enlightened leaders and thoughtful citizens for local and global communities. If I read that mission statement on Grossmont College's website, and I come and attend Grossmont College, if I become a part of that community, or if I'm a faculty member here, and I see that that mission statement is not being strived for, is not the main focus of what this campus is about, then I am going to hold Grossmont College accountable. And that is not about running from an organization that you see is messing up or doing something wrong. It's about taking ownership and pride in that organization, knowing that you're a part of it, that you have a voice in it, and the ability to change and keep it on the path and focus that it needs to continue down. And so it's extremely important for us to belong to these organizations and to be proud of it, because they are going to cultivate us into leaders. And that is what we're here for. Building a network to connect us all is one of the major reasons why organization is important. To create that structure. Right now we have the opportunity to have students from different campuses across all of San Diego in one room together. We better share every single piece of information with each other and then stay in contact and in constant communication with each other. That's extremely important, because although majority of us only act around issues involving our campus specifically or locally or our community on a local level, there are times when a greater beast emerges, and we must unite as campuses, as students, as faculty, as administrators to really defeat or take on a bigger challenge that is beyond just one campus by itself. And so it's extremely important for us, when we have these opportunities, to walk away from them with the goal of building a network, a strong network of different organizations, of different students, faculty members, so that when something goes down on one campus, every single campus responds. And so that we have a united voice that is strong, that every single person hears about, even if you believe it only pertains to your campus. As a community, that strength is really what will evolve and change the entire dynamic of organizing.